Start. Om Mahakaya Surya Koti Samapprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shrutismriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakatau Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Srichandra Shekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham Om. All of you please chant Yam Brahma along with me. We have taught it at length in the last class, so I hope you'll be able to be comfortably, chanting it right now. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sanga Padakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Prathamodhyayaha Arjuna Vishada Yogaha. Now, before we start the first chapter, since the first chapter is called as Vishada Yoga, it means what? Something that indicates a bit of a sorrow of Arjuna. So we always start, with some Mangala Shloka. Any endeavor should be started with a Mangala Shloka. And so we are going to learn today the Mangala Shloka written by Sri Adi Shankaracharya as part of his Bhashyam. When Sri Adi Shankaracharya wrote the Bhashyam, he wrote always all Bhashyams, Acharya begins with the Mangala Shloka. It is provided in your text. All of you please take your text. I told you to download the text. I don't know whether you are studious enough to do it. There in the serial number 3, there is one shloka. Can some of you acknowledge you got the shloka? All of you sit on cameras. Why are you, many people after Anuradha, everybody, Android, blue droid, why are you hiding me in cameras? 1 hour, why don't you come on camera? No, I mean, yes, meet people. No, okay. So you all got this serial number 3. And Lakshmi, can you please come online? We will teach this shloka to everybody, and from next class onwards, we will be chanting Yam Brahma and then this shloka, and then start further shlokas. And at some point in time, I will give you the meaning for this shloka, because to know the meaning for this shloka, you need a lot of knowledge of Vedanta. Then only you will understand. So we'll for now chant. So, Om Narayana Parom Vyaktat Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam. Lakshmi, you are there, your camera is off. I will chant for you. Om Narayana
Paro Vyaktat Andama Vyakta Sambhavam.
Twice.
Narayana Paro Vyaktat Andama Vyakta Sambhavam.
Andasyantastvime lokaha saptadvipa cha medini.
Andasyantastvime lokaha saptadvipa cha medini. Andasyantastvime lokaha saptadvipa cha medini.
Very good. All of us, let us chant together. And I think Lux has got a very bad network connection, so you can take him off the line. Okay, let us all chant together in mute mode. Om Narayana Parom Vyaktat Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantastvime lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini. So please, my request is, there is 1 week time. All of you learn Yam Brahma and learn this shloka. Will you all do? From next class, there is no more Lux chanting after me. Okay, all of you will have to chant together. I will just start straight away chanting Yam Brahma and then Narayana Paro Vyaktate, and then we'll proceed from there. Okay, only Lataji saying yes. Huh? At least 10 people should say yes, so that we'll move forward. Okay, very good. Now, with this background, prayers to Krishna Paramatma, Sri Adi Shankaracharya, and our Guru Parampara, our Acharyas of Periva. Let us start the first chapter, first shloka, and we have our very young friend, Pravarha Prakhya, small girl. She has learned the entire Bhagavad Gita, committed to memory, and she will be chanting after us all the shlokas for the next many sessions. Okay, so Pravarha, I'll chant and then you follow me 2 times. Okay. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Prathamodhyayah Arjuna Vishada Yogaha Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta. Please stand, Prakya.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta.
Mamakav Pandavas-chaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya.
Mamakav Pandavas-chaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Mamakav Pandavas-chaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya.
Very nice, Pravarha. Beautiful. All of you, please, you can go back and learn the chanting, and we'll also make learning videos where all of you will get one guru chanting 2 times the Shishya chanting, so that all of you practice chanting offline. Okay. So this course is not meant to teach you chanting, which you can learn offline with the learning videos. You should learn chanting. Please understand, chanting is important. But by an order of 1,000 times, the meanings are more important. And the right meaning is more important, because a lot of people are giving you wrong meanings. So we'll give the traditional right meaning. So focus on meanings during the class. Focus on learning chanting during your off class time. Okay. So very nice. So we've got a good beginning with our Pravarha, little girl chanting it. So let us all learn Gita properly. Now, what is the first shloka? The first shloka of Bhagavad Gita starts with Dhritarashtra Uvacha. One of the key characters of Mahabharata, the blindfolded individual, correct? The blindfolded individual not only represents the physical blindness of the individual, but also the mental and intellectual blindness of the person, of the monarch, of the great king, which caused a lot of turbulence, right? If Dhritarashtra had behaved righteously and correctly, made the right decisions, right calls, would Mahabharata war would have happened? No, it's a dialogue. You have to be interactive. That's the reason you're doing, no, correct? Would not have happened. So whether you thank Dhritarashtra for the Bhagavad Gita, or you are thankless to Dhritarashtra for the complete extinction of a race, it's up to your thought process. But that is not the intent. Please understand, it starts with a question. It starts with a question. I'll give the meaning. What is the meaning? The simple running meaning is Dhritarashtra, King Dhritarashtra asked whom? Sanjaya. He asked, hey Sanjaya, what did my people, running meaning, okay, what did my people and the Pandavas, who were eager to fight and were assembled in the Dharmakshetre means the holy land of Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is also called the holy land, though it was the land where a tremendous fight happened. Since the fight happened to establish dharma, please understand, correct? It is the fight between dharma and adharma, so-called Pandavas and Kauravas. And so it is also called the Dharmakshetre. Dharmakshetra is a qualification for Kurukshetra. Please understand. Okay. So many people give wrong interpretation. I'm giving the right interpretation now. Okay. Now, what does this mean for an elementary person who is just a novice looking at Bhaavaartha and reading the sloka? It's like a picture. You all know Bhaavaartha well enough. I'm not going to take more than 2 minutes to give the background of Bhaavaartha war, the Kurukshetra war. The Pandavas and Kauravas and Pandavas, the Duryodhana and supported by Dhritarashtra always had a jealousy for the Pandavas. So right from childhood, there was a lot of animosity and exchange of not so right things between the two parties, so to say, correct? And then you all know how things happened with Bhima being poisoned when he was a small boy. So many things happened. Right from that time, Duryodhana's jealousy for the Pandavas never ever ended. And so finally, when they grew up and all that happened, through a strange incidence of the game of dice. So what happened? Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, in fact, invited Yudhishthira for the game of dice. And you know what happened? Yudhishthira lost everything and then had to retire to the forest for how many years? I hope you all know Mahabharata. I'll put a quiz question. Plus 1 year of Ajñātavāsam. Please understand. So now this is Mahabharata, right? I keep saying the Bhagavad Gita is a Shastram for our self-inquiry. It is a journey that we need to undertake ourselves. It is not just we read Mahabharata story and then say that happened, this character did that. That is only a very, very elementary for people who are novices, who are just going to listen to Katha, Purana, Harikatha, Bhagavatam, Mahabharatam, and Valmiki Ramayanam. You are all evolved people. You are all going to use your intellect to take the intellectual journey using Mahabharata as a reference. Please understand. One has to, correct, we got the right answer finally. Somebody put the right answer. I was reading the right answer. Okay, good. So please go and have your basics right, a number of years. Okay, correct. Okay, anyway, that you can ignore that. Let's go to the topic here. Okay. Now, what is this question from Dhritarashtra to Sanjaya actually indicating from a philosophical standpoint? We are taking a philosophical journey. Please understand. It is our own journey. The beauty about Bhagavad Gita and Vedanta is our own journey. And we need to understand what is it that we have done, we are doing in this life. So Sanjaya represents, no, please don't put your message. You follow the lesson here. I'm giving a message here, okay? Don't copy paste from internet and put something here. Please follow the lessons. You can reiterate what I'm saying, but I don't want any, anybody trying to preempt what I'm saying with your own ignorant knowledge. Okay. Now, what is the journey? Here is a question from Dhritarashtra to Sanjaya, the blindfolded Dhritarashtra asking Sanjaya, and the name Sanjaya represents Samyak Jayati Indriyanam. A person who has won over all his sense organs and so has got a clarity of thought. Sanjaya means that. Sanjaya actually is actually a person of great virtuosity. And Dhritarashtra, with this blindfolded thing that you're seeing all stories, represents a confused mind. It is a dialogue philosophically, Rajendran sir, between a confused mind and a clarified intellect. And one has to have this question at some point in time in your life. On a day when you're relaxed, on a Saturday, Sunday, I don't know when you're relaxed. Nowadays, people are always in tension, right? Ramakrishnan. 24/7, you're in tension. There's no time for even attention, right? So on some day when you relax, have this dialogue. Ask this question. Why am I, what is that journey that I am trying to undertake? What is the journey of life? Why am I born? What is the purpose of life? Okay. So here you see what happened in Mahabharata. The Pancha Pandavas philosophically represent your 5 jnanendriyas. Please understand. What does jnanendriya means? The organs of knowledge. And as per Shastras, these 5 organs represent, the 5 organs of knowledge represent Sattva Guna Pradhanam. Every of these 5 sense organs have got an Adhisthana Devata. So the Pancha Pandavas, though on a story level, represent Punyavan. I'm drawing comparison between Pancha Pandava, Kaurava, and our own journey. Please understand, it's very philosophical. You have to start putting on a thinking hat. So, for us, it represents the 5 sense organs, Pancha Pandavas. And what did Pancha Pandavas do? They went and fell into the evil forces or the evil, whatever, enticement of the Duryodhanas, the 100 people, no Kauravas. So 100 is a number. And what happened? They went through misery. Am I right or wrong? Ji? Are understanding? The same question we have to ask ourselves. The 5 sense organs, gift of God that has been given to us, are we using it rightly or wrongly? Are we falling into the world, represented the 100, no Kauravas, the evil forces, which are enticing us? There are good things in the world. Please understand, I'm not negative. There are good things, but there are many not so good things. Many not so good things. So what is happening? You have to sit down one day and have this thought. Am I doing the right thing in life? And so what happened? If you look at the story, even though they were, no, Dharmatma, Yudhishthira is called the epitome of Dharma, correct? Son of Dharmaraja is called son of Yama Dharma. That is Yama's son. Epitome of righteousness fell into something that was not right, correct? You may argue, but at the end of the day, the whole thing that happened was not right. And so what happened? When they fell into the glaring enticement of the world, then they went through a lot of difficulty. Please understand, the story is beautiful from a philosophical standpoint. And they went through these problems in the forest. You think life in the forest is easy? They're supposed to be kings. They're struggling, cutting wood, doing all this cooking. And they were constantly praying to Bhagavan, right? Every time they had a problem, Krishna Paramatma came and helped, correct? Krishna Paramatma gave Akshaya Patram. You remember that? No, Surya Bhagavan gave, but Krishna Paramatma finally, when Durvasa came, he created one episode and made sure that it is full, right? So every now and then, Krishna appears during the Vanavasam and helps, correct? Similarly, in life, we also go through a lot of challenges. Yes or no? Okay. We go through law. Please, Bhanuti madam, please follow the subject. Please don't put unnecessary, deviate the topic, okay? So we go through a lot of difficulties and we pray to Bhagavan, correct? Vinodji, we all are religious people. We pray to Bhagavan, and Bhagavan also helps us solve small problems. And during all these periods, I put this, but you saw the prologue to this class, right? We give some background to this class. I hope you all take some time to read it. It's for your own knowledge. It is not some Tom, Dick, and Harry and some story. It is for you to think what for the first chapter is there. So during all these periods, did Bhagavan ever give the ultimate knowledge or Vedanta or Bhagavad Gita to anybody? The Pancha Pandavas, did he give? He didn't give. So what happened? So the story is indicating that, yes, if you pray to Bhagavan, do your puja, japa, dhyana, and all those things, you will get some small help here and there, so that the temporary problems are getting solved. It's like putting a bandage on a wound, bandage on some problem. But till the permanent solution has not been found. And so when all this culminated in the Mahabharata war, and what does the years in the forest and the Ajnatavasam represent? It represents the sadhana one has to do in life. You have to do sadhana, your karma yoga, dhyana, upasana, kirtayatra, all that you do, nama sankirtanam, okay? and then spend some time in solitude. See, an Ajnatavasam represents something being away from the world. Always in the world. Mind is in the world. No? Maya matram idam dvaitam. Gaudapada says, you always in the world. Where will you get time to think? So that 1 year of Ajnatavasam, no? What do you call it in English? Okay. Incognito. They say, no? So that represents that you have to isolate from the world, sit and think. Acharya says, Ekante sukhamasyatam paratare chetas samadhiyatam. Ekante sukhamasyatam. Sit down, inquire the Shastras, inquire the Guru. Who am I? Why am I born? What is the purpose of life? And when that inquiry finally culminates, you get a Guru. Look at the development beautifully. Finally, before the war is about to start, Arjuna reached the level of extreme despondency. He's almost gone, correct? He said, I'll run away from the battlefield. You all know the story. Run away from the battlefield and I will not fight. A person was supposed to fight, said, I will not fight. And then came the great message of Bhagavan. And what happened? Arjuna got the knowledge. And after getting the knowledge, he went up, stood up and then did his duty, correct? After getting knowledge, did Arjuna go to the forest? After getting knowledge, Arjuna did his duty wonderfully, without any prejudice for his relatives, for his guru, for his pitamaha, correct? You know that, right? So many people have got the wrong notion. Bhagavad Gita is for sannyasis. Bhagavad Gita is somebody who's retired, no, and gone to forest or no, secluded. No. Bhagavad Gita is for the very, very active person in the world, like all of us. And you all done a lot of punya, let me tell you. It is because of thousands of janmas of punya that you are able to sit and listen to Bhagavad Gita in a very traditional way with the right interpretation. It doesn't happen so easily. This human birth itself is absolutely because of great punyam. Jantunam narajanma durlabha matam pustham tato viprata. Acharya says, I don't want to spend time telling all the slokas there. So please understand, it is very, very, very rare that we get the human birth. And this human birth has to be spent to inquire. Initially, you do Nama Sankirtana, Puja, Japa, everything. At some point in time, you don't sit and contemplate using the Shastras and Guru. Please understand, we ourselves cannot even ask the right question. What question to ask also we don't know. It's like saying, no, when Bhagavan comes, what to ask? It's only Bhagavan. Okay, for Punyavashat, Bhagavan appears in front of you. What will you ask Bhagavan? How to ask, what to ask also Vedas are saying. Vinodji. Shancha me, mayascha me, priyancha me, no kamascha me. Look at the Vedas. Even what to ask, how to ask also Vedas are teaching. So please understand, this philosophical journey, the ultimate question that we need to ask and answer, without which our life will not be fulfilled, has to be done at some point in time. You may be busy with so many things in life. But you can postpone, but you can never avoid. If not in this Janma, next Janma, or maybe 100 Janmas later. And until this question is asked, and the right answers are obtained, and the complete clarity is there about what is the purpose of life, how do I get that ultimate freedom, eternal happiness, bliss, for which we are born? That Acharya says, the reason we are born is to inquire about why we are born and how to not be born again. To even inquire, this is what I'm saying, to understand itself is difficult. Please go and listen to recording. So, please understand. So, this human birth, and this human birth, as I said, the Pancha Jnanendriya is because of punyam you have got. I told you, no, not everybody in the world have got all the 5 sense organs working properly. Please understand. If our 5 sense organs working properly, you've got a physically sound health and mentally you're able to think, you are the most gifted person on planet Earth. Forget about all the problems. There will be problems. There will be wife problem, husband problem, son problem, that problem, this problem, tension, office tension. It'll never leave you, let me tell you. As Acharya says in Bhajagovindam, right, Vinodji? Balastavat krida saktaha, tarunastavat taruni saktaha, vruddhastavat chinta saktaha, Parame Brahmani kopi na saktaha. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Acharya is actually scolding us. Acharya means Shankaracharya. Please understand. There is no other Acharya. Only one Acharya, Shankaracharya. Please understand. Acharyas Shankaracharya Santu Janmani Janmani. Please understand. So, Shastram Vedanta Mimamsa Devastu Parameshwaraha. Acharya Shankaracharya Santu Janmani Janmani. Follow Shankara. You will reach the ultimate very easily. So, we are all busy. As children, we want to play, get satisfied. Tarunastavat Taruni Saktaha. You all know. You know, you should explain that further. Vidyaji, you all know, right? That's why 2 days back, some Valentine Day camp, right? And that's a big thing, very big business for people. As if Valentine is for this. People even don't know that Valentine Day, even Christianity believes that it is after a great saint called Saint Valentine. Please go and read the history properly. Everything is convoluted today, and we are now in a real mess. I'm sorry to say, but that is a fact. Whether you realize or not, want it or not, believe it or not. Look at it. No, our entire journey itself is a drama. To be very frank, once you become Vedanti, you know that our life is a drama. Our life is a Mahabharata. So, not even looking at our own drama, we want to look at drama in the TV, in the YouTube, and in the OTT. OTT also has come. People are paying money to see that. They don't see their own drama in life. Look at our own drama. Great Shakespeare said, right? The entire world is a stage. We are all actors. It's got philosophical significance. So please understand, sometime in life you have to ask this question. And unless those answers are obtained clearly, all get only half-baked knowledge. Some say karma yoga is enough. Do karma, do prayer, do japa, do that. That's enough. Somebody asked in the last class, I'm liking the person who asked the question. It's not enough to do this, but bhakti margam, somebody said. What is bhakti? We should know. Only study Bhagavad Gita, you will know. So please understand, at the beginning, I want to tell all our friends that Bhagavad Gita, systematic study will also give you what questions to ask, how to ask, and when to ask what question. And the beautiful development is there in Bhagavad Gita, which will lead you to the ultimate knowledge. And what is the result of studying Bhagavad Gita? Complete clarity in life. Absolutely no stress, no anxiety, no tension. I keep saying the past is a history. Future is a mystery. Present is gift of God. You'll be always in the present, always energetic, always the right thinking, right decisions, and everything you do will be positive. That is the greatness of Gita Shastra. No tension, only attention. And so, my dear friends, some point in time, you have to start this journey. You do all the sadhanas, but this is extremely important. And so, a dialogue between your own inner self, which is lost in the world. Two aspects are there in the mind. Bhagavan later will say, Uddhared Atmanatmanam. There are two types. One that gets lost in the world. One that can be refined and start questioning. The inner mind, Dhritarashtra, confused mind, asking Sanjaya, the refined intellect, what happened? So it's like questioning myself. What did I do in this life? What am I doing? What is happening? Is it not a right question to ask, my dear friends? Correct or not? Shouldn't ask this question. Better late than never. And don't think that, you see, many people say, Arjuna had a big problem. He had a problem of fighting his own Pitamaha, his Guru, and all his relatives. I never have this problem. So this Bhagavad Gita is not applicable to me. They say that. Please understand. Intelligent people learn from other people's mistakes. Correct? Fools go through experience of n number of years, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades, finally when 80 years about to kick the bucket, will say, what did I do? So now, time is now. You have to ask the question, start the journey of Vedanta, start the journey of inquiry, and then I'm telling you, it will be extremely fruitful, extremely purposeful. And so that's the reason our Pariva also is told, weekends are the best time to relax and study Vedanta. So by Acharya Anugrah, we are also doing weekend classes the last close to 2 years. Whenever you get a chance, please attend our Brahma Vidya weekend classes, Saturday, Sunday morning, India time, Saturday, Sunday evening, India time. And see, instead of sitting alone and studying yourself, some people said, I'm studying Shankara Bhashya, I'm studying myself. You take the help of a teacher, the scriptures, systematically study, and only spend that time in inquiry. That's enough. Then get busy with your life. I know you're all very busy with so many things. And then that will, in a very structured fashion, lead you to the final goal. With this background, I'll start the details of this first chapter. And We keep saying the Bhagavad Gita is what? Applicable to everybody. Everybody in the world. Cutting across. See, if you're a human being, Bhagavad Gita is applicable. So as I say, Russian, German, Japanese, Taiwanese, are they human beings or not? So across all humanity, it cuts across all creed. And what is the Bhagavad Gita actually giving that is so universal? The Bhagavad Gita has got universality because it solves the fundamental problem of human existence. Please understand. The fundamental problem of human existence is what Bhagavad Gita solves. And what is this fundamental problem? All of us go through, Sundarali madam, all of us go through what is called as Shokha and Moha. Shankar Mahadevan sir. Shokam represents some sort of sorrow or unhappiness, right? Are you always happy? You're always happy, right? If you're always happy, Krishna Lakshmi madam, okay, then we don't need Shastras, correct? We are ever happy. Are we having some sorrow in life or not? No, some people say, Sukham swapnepi durlavam. Kumar Jivi sir, correct? Even your dreams also sometimes not very happy, right? So there is sorrow in life and there is confusion, right? As what to do, what not to do. Correct, madam? Vidya Shankar madam? Are you always very clear what to do, what not to do? So these twin problems of Shoka and Moha, write down these two words, will come again when you go into detail. Shoka and Moha. Human beings are constantly, constantly on challenge with Shoka and Moha. And so Gita Shastram, great people say, Shoka Moha Nivrityartham Tajidam Gita Shastram. It is given for entire humanity to get rid of Shoka and Moha. And as you go through our own study of Gita, you'll understand how this Shoka Moha comes. Today you may say, I have not got Shoka Moha. But when you actually are presented with a situation in life, see, Arjuna thought, right, he was always happy, right? But when it came to the real crux, when he had to fight his own brethren, his own Guru and Pitamaha, that is when he discovered, Bhagavan made Arjuna discover his Shoka and Moha. That means what? Deep sorrow and confusion. And then he asked the question and got the answers. So with this background in mind, let's start the Gita Shastra. And as you go for, I'll tell you more details about the concept that you need to build to understand the first chapter. So here we now take the Pada-vibhaaga and Anvaya for the first sloka. Dhritarashtraha uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samavetaha Yuyutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavaha Cha Eva Kim Akurvata He Sanjaya. You got the Pada-vibhaaga clearly? Okay. So what is the Anvaya now? Dhritarashtraha uvacha. King Dhritarashtra said or asked. What did he ask? Kim, what did Mamakaha, my people, please understand. So the very word Mamakaha, you see very clearly Dhritarashtra is identifying his own people, though actually what? Pandavas are also his people, right? But he's saying my people. So Dhritarashtra not only represents physical blindness, but also emotional, intellectual blindness. Correct, Rajesh Anand? So the characters, Vedavyas's characters in Mahabharata are all aptly put. So the word Mamakaha, Mam, Ahamidam, Mamedam, Acharya says, when he starts the Sutra Bhashya, Brahma Sutra Bhashyam, Shankar Mahadevan, he writes some commentary called Adhyasa Bhashyam. In that, Ahamidam Mamedam. So, me and mine, the root cause of many problems. Okay. So, Mamakaha, my people, the Kauravas, Cha eva Pandavaha, and the Pandavas. And both of them are meeting. Are they meeting for a tea party or a celebration? What are they meeting for? Unfortunately, they are meeting for Yuyutsavaha, who are eager to fight. Rajini madam, correct. Not only to fight, eager to fight. When is the, the signal that, when you start a race, they'll put that, on your march, get set, go. When that bullet comes, whatever the sound comes, people start running, right? Like that. When you are going to start, eager to fight. And where were they assembled? Samavetaha. Samavetaha, who were assembled at and who were assembled where? Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre. Please read that together. Dharmakshetre, in the holy land. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre, the holy land of Kurukshetra. Even Kurukshetra today is very holy land. Some people have gone and visited Kurukshetra. They say there's a tree there. The tree of wisdom, they say. Sit down below that, you will get Bhagavad Gita, Jnanam, they say. And also they say in that area still a lot of quarrel happening. Correct? Kurukshetra is a place, a lot of still people are having some quarrel, and they'll go to that place and get a solution. So, Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre. Akurvata. Akurvata is a kriyapadam. What did they do? Do. Kurvata, akurvata. So what did they do? Hey Sanjaya. You understood now? So quickly I'll running in Anvaya, I'll tell, running also English meaning so that you'll follow quickly and make notes. Dhritarashtraha uvacha kim mamakaha. Put numbers. Please have a pencil or pen. I told you the way to do Anvaya. Pada-vibhaaga is after putting 1, 2, 3, you have to start putting the reorganization, right? That means what? Now when I say Dhritarashtra uvacha, Dhritarashtra becomes 1, uvacha becomes 2, kim will become number 3. Or Dhritarashtra uvacha can be A and B. There's only introduction. Indumati madam, okay? Then you start with the kim. Where is kim? Kim akurvata. In the fourth pada, that will become number 1. Kim mamakaha cha eva pandavaha yutsavaha samavetaha dharmakshetre kurukshetre akurvata he Sanjaya. Sambodhana vibhakti, he Sanjaya. So English meaning will come correctly now. See, King Dhritarashtra asked or said, what did my people and the Pandavas who were eager to fight and who were assembled in the holy land of Kurukshetra do? He Sanjaya. Understood? So, what did they do is the question. And what should we do in our Dharmakshetre? You know something? Our body is called Dharmakshetram, where all you have done a lot of dharma. Rajesh Anand, that's why you got this wonderful body, all 5 sense organs working properly. And what should we do with this body? And this all the sense organs given as equipments to us. A wonderful shloka says, use this body to cross the ocean of samsara. Mahata punya panyena. No, Rajini madam, please observe my thing, please. Mahata punya panyena krite yamkaya naustvaya param dukkadader ghantum thara yavanna vidhyate. Mahata punya panyena. Lot of punyam you have done to get this human body. With all the sense organs working properly, intellect is there so that you can study properly. Shastras. Bhakti is only a means. Please understand, Bhakti is not an end. So, please go and listen to the last Q&A session. You have to start the inquiry and says, Kriteyam kayano swaya. Guru is telling Shishya, hey Shishya, you have got this wonderful body by giving a lot of punya to Brahmaji. And what is supposed to do? Param dukkha dadhe gantum. You cross this ocean of samsara. Dukkha dadhehe. Mahodadhehe we say. Samsara sagaram. To cross that ocean of samsara, written a lot of other problems. Thara. Yavatana vidhyate. Just like you take a boat to cross a river or one small, whatever, no, big river or ocean, whatever it is. Before that boat capsizes, meets some accident and capsizes. Before this body meets its end, cross the ocean of miseries, go to that particular bank which is of ultimate bliss, eternal happiness. Anandam, anando brahmeti pejanhat. Reach the ocean of, that particular, cross the ocean, reach the banks of supreme happiness. That is the purpose of life. So this should set your thought process as to what is the purpose of life. Now what did Sanjaya say? Sanjaya uvacha. Prakhya ji, please come. Sanjaya uvacha. Drishtva tu pandavanikam vyudham duryodhanastada
Sanjaya uvacha दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं व्यूढं दुर्योधनस्तदा सञ्जय उवाच दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं व्यूढं दुर्योधनस्तदा
आचार्यमुपसंगम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत्
आचार्यमुपसंगम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत् आचार्यमुपसंगम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत्.
Very good. So let's all chant together now. Sanjaya uvacha drishtva tu pandavanīkam vyūdham duryodhanastada acāryamupasangamya raja vachanam abravīt. So Sanjaya is now replying. What is the running meaning? Sanjaya said, now you all know Mahabharata, where Sanjaya was given the telescopic eyes, television eyes, correct? Sanjaya was sitting in one place and he got the divine blessing from Vyasacharya to see what is happening in the battlefield. So he can quickly zoom to any area and get the details, tell to Dhritarashtra. Like your Zoom, you got no Zoom, also using for our own classes, right? They also Zoom. Okay, so Sanjaya, Sanjaya ha. Sanjaya ha, you should say separately. Okay, anyway, Sanjaya said, running meaning in English first. Yeah, okay, Doordarshan, correct. Okay, Venkatraman sir, give it to you. Okay. Sanjaya said, having seen the army of the Pandavas arrayed, because Sanjaya wants to say something very favorable to his monarch, that is the Dhritarashtra. Because if you mention Duryodhana's name, then Dhritarashtra is extremely happy. Sanjay also knows psychology, how to start the dialogue with his king. He says, having seen the army of Pandavas arrayed, King Duryodhana approached Dronacharya and spoke these words at that time. Running meaning of the sloka. So he has now scored a 6, first ball 6, by mentioning Duryodhana to Dhritarashtra. He has at least made Dhritarashtra interested to know what is happening in the battlefield. So the running meaning is this. So let me go through Pada-vibhaaga Anvaya. Sanjayaha uvacha drishtva tu Pandavanikam. Drishtva tu Pandavanikam is one word. Okay. Vyudham Duryodhanaha tada Acharyam upasangamya raja vachanam abravīt. You all got the thing? It's Raja. Okay. Raja is who here we'll see. We'll only know the meaning, you'll understand who this Raja referred to is here. Clear? So Sanjayaha uvacha. Sanjaya said, what he said? Drishtva tu, having seen what? Pandavanikam. Anikam means army. Write down. Anikam means what? Army. Pandavanikam means Pandavas army. Okay, army of the Pandavas. Clear? Pandava plus Nikam, Pandavanikam. But one word. So, army of the Pandavas, Sanjaya is having seen the army of the Pandavas, Vyudham, arrayed in the battlefield. What kind of, Vyuham? Vyuham means what? Different types of configurations, Chakra Vyuha, Padma Vyuha, Garuda Vyuha. If you read that, Mahabharata will give details. I don't know. So, different types of formations are done. So, they're all great intellects, how to, like today you see, some Ukraine and Russia formations like that. Those days all the formations are there. Wonderful formations are there of army. So formations Vyudham means the way it's arrayed. See, here you please understand Vyudham and Vyuham. Vyuham means the tactics, the tactical aspect. How to trap is called Vyuham. Vyudham means the physical array, arraying of the battle called Vyudham. So Vyudham and Vyuham, please understand that. So Raja Duryodhanaha. So you have to connect Raja, which is there in the fourth padam, with Duryodhanaha in the second padam. I hope you are clear. You should have the book. All should have the book, and then you have 1, 2, 3. Then only you follow what I'm saying. Correct? Raja Duryodhanaha, King Duryodhana, Upasangamya Acharyam. Acharyam. Acharya means what? In Mahabharata, Acharya means what? Dronacharya. Correct? Is the Acharya for both Pandavas and Kauravas? Yes or no? Correct, no? Pravarha, you know, right? Mahabharata, right? Common Acharya. The students became enemies, unfortunately, you see. So, Acharya means Dronacharya. Upasangamya means approaching, coming near. What happened? Duryodhana, seeing the army of the Pandavas, something happened in his mind. So, he wants to have a discussion with his chief strategist. Acharya, chief strategist, Dronacharya. So, he's coming to Dronacharya and abravit and spoke. What? Vachanam. These words. Tada, at that time. So, there is an instance before the start of the Mahabharata war. Rajendran sir, both the armies are arrayed in the battlefield, which is already asked by Dhritarashtra. And just before the war was about to start, the first move is made by Duryodhana going towards Dronacharya, and he's going to say certain things. So, at least, no, Duryodhana had the humility to go and approach his guru, which is Dronacharya. Now, continuing, third sloka. Sanjaya uvacha, because it continues. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum. Pragya.
Sanjaya uvacha Pashyatam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham.
No, you should chant again. Pashyaitam. Okay.
Pashyatam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum
Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata.
Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata.
Together. Okay. Sanjaya uvacha Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. So can you go back to the normal focus, Ram? Thank you. Okay. Now, what is the running meaning of the third sloka? So you're understanding now, your development, you're all following development, right? So Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya what happened, and Sanjaya said that the army of Pandavas and Kauravas are arrayed in the battlefield, and so something happened to Duryodhana, so he went to Dhritarashtra and said the following word. So this sloka is a continuation of second sloka. So what did Duryodhana say? Hey teacher, ho guru. Hey Guru, that is what? Dronacharya is called Guru. It's called, that is respect to Guru. Oh teacher, see this vast army of the Pandavas arrayed by the son of Drupada. So who is Drupada's son? Quiz question, all of you can answer in the chat box. So now for the first day, Drupada's son is now the commander who has done Drishtadumna. Correct, very good. Atmanathan, very nice. This is remembering Bhavaartha very well. So I'm just taking what all you know. Okay, very good. So Drishtadumna has arrayed the battlefield for the Pandavas, and he's going to whom? Dronacharya, and calling out this particular individual, son of Drupada. And he's also underlining, this son of Drupada is your skillful disciple. You know the story. You should go to Bhagavatam and understand how dharma was predominant in those days. You all know, right? Drona and Drupada were what? Bosom friends, Rajendran. At one point in time. But later, what happened to them? They became sworn enemies. Correct? Correct, no? Rangarajan doctor is correct. You see? Sworn enemies. You know what happened? You know, Drona went to Drupada and asked him, can you please, I'm poor Brahmin, can you help me? Drupada insulted. You all know that, right? But in spite of that, when Drupada's son came to Dronacharya and asked to be taught art of warfare, Dronacharya didn't hesitate. Vinodji, please understand. That is the greatness of our Sanatana Dharma, where even if your enemy's party comes and says, please teach me, if I know I should teach. And as a Brahmana, Dronacharya was well versed in all the arts, including Dhanur Yuddha, whatever, Dhanur Veda we say, no? Dhanur Veda is part of Veda only, right? Entire, archery, warfare. So the role of a teacher is to know all Shastras, archery, correct? And whenever students are coming to ask you, you should teach. Sometime later I'll tell you what are the different actual profession that a person in this group should do. So adhyanam adhyapanam, the person has to learn and teach. So, and why did Duryodhana point out Dronacharya to Drishtadyumna? So that Duryodhana was feeling maybe Acharya here means Dronacharya has got some partiality for Pandavas. Maybe, you should read the mind of Duryodhana now, being intelligent, right? Maybe he will not fight to his full capability. Maybe he'll be, giving up the war. So, correct. So, he is now invigorating the thought in Dronacharya's mind. Look, these are the people whose own enemies are standing against you. So, please, come on, you should support me. Somewhere he's indicating that, please don't. I want your 200% support is the indication behind the meaning of this shloka. You understand? You can read verbal meaning. But there is intent behind Duryodhana coming to Dronacharya and pointing out to Drishtadyumna. So let's go into the word meaning. Acharya. So I'll do it for Pada-vibhaaga first. Pashyaitam. Pashya etam. You can split the word. Pashya etam Panduputranam. Acharya. See, He Acharya. It's like a Sambodhana Vibhakti, right? Addressing Acharya. Mahatim Chamum. Vyudham. Drupada Putrena. Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Everything is in Pada-vibhaaga. No need to break any word. Okay, now going the Anvaya Krama. Acharya, hey Acharya, oh teacher, hey teacher. So he's got the humility to go and tell the Guru, hey teacher. Pashya, see. Where is Pashya? Pashya etam. Clear, Rajendran sir? Pashya etam. You break that. Only that only one place you have to break the word. Pashya plus etam becomes Pashyaitam. Okay. So Pashya, see. Now look at also, when humility is there, Krishna Sri Madam has also got the bit of arrogance. He is asking Dronacharya to see. You see? See, as if Dronacharya cannot see. See, Pashya means see. See, etam, this. What? Mahatim chamum. Mahatim, huge, vast. Chamum, army. And army of whom? Panduputranam, sons of Pandava, sons of Pandu, of the Pandavas. So, hey teacher, see this huge or vast army of the Pandavas. Now, what are they doing? Vyudham, arrayed. Arrayed by whom? Drupada Putrena. Leader. Drishtadyumna, like, we know the story, right? So, Drishtadyumna, arrayed by, the formation is arrayed by the son of Drupada. Okay. And Tava Dhimata Shishyena. So now he's also adding some salt to injury. saying that he's no longer only a commander of the Pandava army, he is also your skillful disciple. So they say, no, in Tamil they say, so Guru teaches a disciple, disciple comes back to teach the Guru. Guru kattu kodutha vidye Guru kattu kodukku varan solluvom. And mari I do some time sometimes framing. So for people who don't Tamil, I'll explain English also. So your own disciple who has learned the art of warfare from you is now trying to give a taste of your own medicine. So please be beware. It means what? Somewhere the partiality should not enter. You know, Dronacharya is partial, right? You agree or not? Was Dronacharya partial to Arjuna or not? Yes or no? Correct, no? Anytime you go anywhere, no, you'll always point out Arjuna as his sign-usher. No, all of you know, very good, excellent, very good. Relevant to chat you can put. You don't need to be silent. I don't want you to preempt me with unnecessary things. Okay, please. Vedanta is different from your own knowledge of other things, other fields of practices. So other than that, you all are very free to put your chat box. Be engaged. Use your hands, eyes, nose, everything properly, and then learn. It's for you to learn. Okay. Pallav Kumari Solanki. Okay, are you following? Are you following the lessons? Right? Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay. So here, Duryodhana has pointed out specifically to Acharya, Dronacharya, that look, the army is there and Drishtadumna is there. Continuing, sloka number 4. Anjaya uvacha atra shura maheshwasaha bhimarjuna samayudhi.
Sanjaya uvacha atra shura maheshwasaha bhimarjuna samayudhi. Sanjaya uvacha atra shura maheshwasaha bhimarjuna samayudhi.
Yuyudhano viratascha drupadascha maharathaha.
Yuyudhano viratascha drupadascha maharathaha. Yuyudhano viratascha drupadascha maharathaha.
Very good, very good. Well chanted. So all of you please stand together with me. Sanjaya uvacha atra shura maheshwasaha bhimarjuna samayudhi yuyudhano viratascha drupadascha maharathaha. What is the running meaning? So, continuing, it's all continuation. Though Sanjaya is saying, these are all the words spoken by whom to whom, means the subject. Duryodhana is telling Dronacharya, please don't forget, all the words spoken by Duryodhana to Dronacharya as communicated by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. Are you understanding? Are you clear? Jiva Kumar? No, it's all not Sanjaya telling independently. What is happening is relaying. He's only a commentator. Okay. You know, commentator doesn't play cricket, correct? Jiva Kumar. If Dr. Narottama Puri starts playing, he was a cricketer, I think, he was a bowler, I think. But if they play cricket, they can't commentate. So commentator is not playing. Commentator here is not like in the battlefield. Okay. So here the Sanjaya is saying, in this army, there are many powerful archers. So he is also thinking, maybe the Acharya, Dronacharya will think that opposition is weak, so we can give it a small try and then they'll be defeated. So complacency should not come into the mind of Acharya. Look at Duryodhana's thinking. Look at him. That means what? He wants everybody to give 200% for him. So even Acharya is doubting. So what is happening? He's telling, in this army of the Pandavas, there are many powerful archers who are equal to Bhima and Arjuna. Okay, so don't think only Bhima and Arjuna are the greatest warriors on that side. Equivalent to Bhima and Arjuna, there are a lot of great powerful archers on the other side. Satyaki is calling out one particular king, Satyaki, the king of Virata country. What is Virata country? You all should know Virata Parvam, correct? Before Yuddha Parvam, Virata Parvam Bhaavaartha, where Ajñātavāsam was done by the Pancha Pandavas. You know or not? Clear, no? Please read Bhavaartha. Please, somebody acknowledge, no? Virata Parvam you should know. Okay, fine. At least some people are saying yes. If 5 people say yes, I'll proceed. Okay, very good. So, They are supporting. See, in fact, they say during the great war of Mahabharata, entire Akhanda Bharat actually broke into two groups. One group supported Pandavas, one group supported Kauravas. You all know the story, no? So it's like it's a huge war. It's not a small battle, it's a war, right? So the whole Bharat was divided. All kings, they said, I'll support either Pandavas or Kauravas. You also know the history. You know that Krishna Paramatma is sleeping. Then Duryodhana came first. No? Because they wanted to ask Krishna something, right? You all know this. And when he came there, he was sleeping. Krishna Paramatma was sleeping. So Duryodhana said, I'll go and take rest. So he went behind the seat behind Krishna's head. So he went and sat there. Then Arjuna came. Then what happened? He was in front of, correct? No, you all the story, right? He was standing in front of the feet of Arjuna. Suddenly Krishna woke up. Then he asked Arjuna, you tell me what you want. Correct? You all know the story, right? Then Duryodhana said, I only came first. So you have to give me the chance. Then Krishna says, no, he's younger to you. Why don't you give him the chance? Then finally, Duryodhana got the chance. Then what happened? Duryodhana said, no, fine, okay, I'll give the chance to Arjuna. Then you know what happens? Arjuna asked for Krishna and Duryodhana wanted Narayani Sena. Of course, Krishna said, I got two groups. One is my army, one is myself. Unarmed, I'll participate, I will not fight. Do you want me or you want my great Narayani Sena? And so what Duryodhana wanted? Narayani Sena. So he took that and Arjuna took Krishna. You know, the rest of the history, right? So Virat country king also supporting whom? Pandavas, but Narayan supported Duryodhana. And so Drupada also is there on opposite side. So he's calling out two big names, Bhima and Arjuna, equivalent people. You can talk about Satyaki and Drupada. Drupada, the great warrior. Once again, he's coming to Drupada. You see, he doesn't want to leave Drishtadumna and Drupada. Constantly he's lighting the fire in Acharya's mind. Beware, your sworn enemies on opposite side. Pada-vibhaaga and Anvaya, and we'll try and close. So, Atra, in this army, Atra means in this army supplied, in this army, Shuraha Maheshwasaha. Shuraha means very powerful. Bahuvachanam, many powerful. There are many powerful. Maheshwasaha. Please understand, Ishwasaha means bow. Meaning, Ishwas means bow. So, Ishwasaha means who are using the bow. They're called archers. So, Maheshwasaha means people are very powerful in using the bow. Archers, great archers. Please understand, very powerful archers. That's where the meaning comes. If you study like that, you'll understand Gita properly. Okay. So, Shuraha Maheshwasaha, there are many powerful archers. What? Bhima Arjuna Samaha. Or equal to Bhima and Arjuna. I'm going Anvaya straight away. So maybe Pada-vibhaaga I'll do in the end. Okay. Bhima, so time is not there. Bhima Arjuna Samaha. Who are equal to Bhima and Arjuna. Yudhi. Yudhi means in war. In war. In this war, in this army, there are many powerful archers who are equal to Bhima and Arjuna and opposite camp. In this war, for example, Yuyudhanaha. Yuyudhana is another name for Satyaki. Okay. Yuyudhanaha. Then only one sample. It's not the entire. Okay. One sample. Is calling Yuyudhanaha. Then he's also the Satyaki or Virat Raja. All that is fine. Okay. Satyaki, Virat Raja, Yuyudhana. All these are all equivalent names. Please note down. Virataha. Cha, the king of Virata country. Correct? Qualification. So, Virataha. Cha. Drupadaha and Drupada. You know Drupada, right? You know the story about Drupada. They are all called Maharathaha. They are all great warriors. So Drupada is called a great warrior. Maharathaha. This is a Ekavachana. So, you know, in those days they had qualification, just like what? Captain, Lieutenant Colonel, Colonel, Brigadier, Major General, Lieutenant General, General. My rank is correct. I was in NCC, so I knew I could have by heart all these equivalent. Army, Navy, Air Force, what is equivalent? We'll say that. So I still remember that. So like that, there were titles for all the people. There, those times, Ardharataha, then the Ardharathi, Maharathi, Athirathi, or their order of ranks. Correct, Bhanumati madam. So Maharathaha is a person who is capable of taking care of 10,000 soldiers simultaneously. That is the capability of Maharatha. Okay. So these are all the people on the opposite side. So what is the message here? Atra shuraha maheshwasaha bhimarjuna samaha yudhi yuyudhanaha virataha cha drupadaha maharathaha. In this army, there are many powerful archers who are equal to Bhima and Arjuna in war. For example, Satyaki, Yudhanaha, the king of Virata country, and Drupada, you know Drupada all right, and who's a great warrior, Maharathaha. With this, we will end today's class. Next class, I will take up some of the aspects of the notes, what we are given. Actually, the goal of the first chapter is twofold, which is to explain the samsara, means what are we going through. I briefly gave an introduction. And if you have to cross this ocean of samsara, you have to go to a teacher of Vedanta, not any other teacher. Submit and ask these questions and get the answers. So the first chapter is also meant for introduction of the two key characters of Bhagavad Gita, the Guru and Shishya. Introduction. Who is the Guru? In Bhagavad Gita, who is the Guru? Who is the Jagat Guru? Krishna will be introduced at some point in time, Lord Krishna. And who is the Shishya? Arjuna. So please write down systematically Bhagavad Gita. The first chapter has got two goals. The first goal is to explain there is a problem because you have not discovered the problem. I'll explain next class. I want to finish some slokas today. I didn't dwell on that. We have to find there's a problem. That's called problem samsara. Samyak charati iti samsara. See? Samyak sarati. Continuously going round and round cycle of punarapijananam, unable to be in a state of eternal bliss or happiness is actually called samsara. Unless you get the knowledge, jnana devata kaivalya message, you cannot be established in the state of supreme happiness and peace and bliss. And that is what is called crossing the ocean of samsara here and now when you are alive. It is not something after death. I keep repeating, moksha is not after death. Moksha is here and now. Moksha is freedom. Freedom from all your problems, all your anxiety, worries. And that is the goal of life. And that is happening only when a Shishya submits to a Guru. A disciple goes and falls at the feet of Guru and say, I don't know, please teach me. Then only teaching will happen. And all that we'll discuss in the next class. We'll stop it. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Please stand. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu Satyayeta. We will take a couple of questions and then we will close the class. So Malati madam from Canada has got a question. Let's take quickly. Let's move. Hari Om. Unmute yourself, ma'am.
Namaskaram, Guruji. A quick question, maybe not particular to this, but to this class. But first few classes, through Shastram and Guru only one can reach Bhagavan.
Correct.
Am I right?
Correct. Perfect.
So, but not everybody is blessed with a Guru.
Okay.
So what happens then? How do we get a Guru, to get the blessing of a Guru so that we can go and ask that person, teach us and to take us through this samsara?
Very good. Excellent question. So the answer is this. No. When there is a deep down desire, I always give acronyms. DDD, which is used in the modern context. Dinner, dine and dance, whatever they say. No, forget that. So DDD, deep down desire is there for me to get answers for all these philosophical questions. Who am I? What is this world? Who is Bhagavan? What is the purpose of life? Why am I born? Will I be always in the constant state of sukham, dukkam? Is there a state I can reach of permanent happiness? Something called as permanent happiness. When there is deep down desire to get these questions answered, that is called mumukshutvam. In Vedanta, it is called as mumukshutvam. You can write down, please. Moksham ichha mumuksha. All of you write down. Moksham ichha. Moksham is freedom. I want freedom from this constant, no. See, I'm not saying you're always unhappy. I'm not saying you're always unhappy. You are having happiness and sorrow. It is going through up and down. But you see, percentage of happiness is more or sorrow is more. You are the best judge. But if you want to reach a state of eternal bliss, eternal happiness, and first of all, you should know there is something called as eternal bliss and happiness. Like at least through Bhagavad Gita, you know that there is a state of eternal happiness. And when you start this inquiry and the desire becomes very, very, very deep, I'll tell you, you can be in Timbuktu, you can be in any part of the world, Guru will come there. Guru will present himself or herself, whatever form and fashion, where you will connect with the Guru and you will learn through the Shastras. The traditional way is to learn through the Shastras. You will get a Sampradaya with the Guru. You will be very, very surprised. I found my Sampradaya, although from 8 years I was looking for the Guru. I'll share my experience. This is Christine. Personal experience helps, right? I was looking for a Sampradaya with the Guru who knows the Vedas, master of Vedas and Vedanta. I didn't want to say only for Vedanta knowledge, Vedas and Vedanta. And such a Guru I got, you know where? In the most unlikely place called Singapore. I was working there for many years. In that place I got. The Guru was coming from India to Singapore to give lectures. And I fell at the feet of the Guru. Until his last days, Mahasamadhi, I was associated with him and such great knowledge is transmitted. Traditional teaching, please understand. If you have that deep down desire, Guru will appear. Guru will appear through Zoom also. Guru will appear personally. Many ways Guru will appear. So you have to now accept. If you believe that this person is going to take you to the ultimate, believe that Guru, go through and please have a reverential attitude and ask questions. Get the answers. Shastra say, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Bhagavan will say later. So by constant dialogue, that the relationship with the Guru is very important. So many wonderful stories where the wonderful relationship with Guru and Shishya has led to the ultimate knowledge. It will happen. See, the getting of the Guru is directly proportional to your deep down desire. Will get you. As they say, sincere prayer, never a failure. And when you get a Guru, then you are done. That is how it happens. Okay, clear? You got what is the answer? You tell me in your own words.
One has to yearn to get that. Us to get the Guru. Then I have to use the Tamil word.
One Shastra is enough. One Bhagavad Gita is enough. Because Bhagavad Gita gives you structured thinking. Because even questioning, we don't know what to question. It gives you structured way what questions to ask, what answers to get. The beauty of Gita is that not only it teaches the knowledge, but the means to attain knowledge. Because it's not enough to say, see, other religions say, become good, seek the truth, be kind, donate. But how to get the mindset to even build Shraddha Bhakti to Guru? See, we don't even have Shraddha Bhakti. In fact, there is a Suktam called Shraddha Suktam. Right? To develop Shraddha itself, there are prayers. To get Bhakti, there are prayers. So please understand, our Sanatana Dharma has taken care of every aspect. It is only we don't have time for this. We have time for everything else. So when the desire becomes deep for this, we'll get the Guru. Okay? Answers? Questions? Okay. Ram Ram. Hari Om. Anybody else? Quickly. Shankar Rupini. Okay. Aruna. Okay. Go ahead, madam. A lot of questions. Okay.
Namaskaram, Guruji. You said that it is the dharma of, even if your enemy comes and asks you to teach something, and if you have the knowledge, you should teach. That is the dharma. So if you know that the enemy is...
Of those days. Okay, anyway, continue. Okay, fine. Tell me. Okay.
If you know that the enemy, or the person who has come to ask you to for some knowledge, and if you already know that the person is going to use that knowledge for adharma, should the person still teach, or how should the person handle such a situation?
See, there is one class of people called the Brahmanas whose duty is to teach. If the person comes with proper attitude, Guru Bhakti, Shraddha, the veneration to the Guru, and submits and asks, then the teacher should teach. This is Shastram Dharmam, and Dharma is true for Kali Yuga also. Dharma doesn't change. Please understand. Dharma is the same in all the 4 yugas. It is true. It may happen that person may use it against you. That is left to Bhagavan. Please understand. Bhagavan later tell Arjuna, Nimitta matram bhava sabya sachin. See, Bhagavan says, I have taken care of everything. You are only an instrument. So when you submit to the supreme principle, when you know that he's going to take care of everything, we are all normal instruments hand of Bhagavan, right? Our job is to teach. We will teach. Okay? Clear? Teach. Teaching is very important. My guru used to say, I learned from 4 Swamijis. Swami said, teaching is a discipline. Once you know something properly, you learn from your gurus, teach. By teaching properly, only people will know what is right, what is wrong. Otherwise, people will only remain Nama Sankirtan level. Will not go to the next level. Okay? Understood? No? Teach. Okay? Thank you. Hari Om. Got the answer? What is the answer? Huh? What is the answer, madam? Huh? Answer is clear, no? Huh? Okay. Now, next we have got
5 questions. 5 more questions.
Okay, it's all okay. We'll go for people who not ask questions. Okay. Lalita, madam, okay, you ask. Okay. Please go ahead. Quick. Ask. Unmute.
Mute.
Oh, Namaskaram, Guruji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. I have 2 questions, kind of tied together. So since the first class, we know that the goal is to attain jnana so that we can get a release from this samsara. So when I look at the last slokam of Bhaja Govindam, so Bhagavad Pada did not end with Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha Samsarat Achirat Bhava Muktaha.
Okay.
Instead of stopping like that, he concluded with Sendriya Manasa Niyama Devam Virakshasi Nija Hridayastham Devam. So I am confused. Why did he put this twofold thing in a concluding slokam? The conclusion of anything is the crux. So that's my first question.
Okay.
My second question is, many things in the scriptures seem to be contradicting. You know, one will say one thing, the other will say something else. The people who do Nama Sankirtanam, the most commonly quoted shloka, Namam Vasami Vaikunthe, Yoginam Hridayena Cha. In so many Sankara Stotram, I know that Bhagavad Pada has said the Lord resides in the yogis Hridaya. Guhayam Vasantam, you know, Najanami Shabdam, Najanami. Everywhere he says that. So why do we have this discrepancy between our own different shlokas?
Okay, very good. Quickly, I'll answer the question. Detail, please come for our Brahmavida classes, but quickly I'll tell you. See, there are many aspects required to get ultimate jnanam. I have not got into all the details because it will be too heavy for the students right now. Vedanta demands that you have sadhana chatushtaya sampattihi. Please write down. It is called Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampattihi and Mukshutvam. Viveka is discriminative knowledge. Vairagyam is ability to dissociate from the allurement of the world. If you get caught in the world, you're gone, right? You're able to detach from the, so-called the enjoyments of the world. So enjoy is fine, but then you should know what level you should enjoy, right? Vairagyam, viraga bhavaha, vairagyam. Then Samadhi, Shatka, Sampattihi. Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. All Vedanta course I have to do, then we'll understand all those things. Okay, Samadhana. And Mukshutvam. Mukshutvam is what? Deep down desire to get relief from the cycle of samsara. Moksham michha muksha, right? Now, in this Samadhi Shatka Sampattihi, there is what I told Shama, Dama, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhana is there. No? Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. In that, Shama and Dama are very important. Shama is ability to move away from the objects of attraction of sense organs. Sadaiva vasana tyagaha shama ityabhidiyate. Vasana tyagaha. That is very important because while studying, suddenly you get lost. Something attracts you. Sense organ attraction is gone. You're not able to ekagra chittam. Dama, control. Okay. So, ability to control sense organs and also not allow sense organs go into other path is very important. So, Shama Dama represents your what? Second half of that shlokam. Guru Charanamaja. So, please understand, on one side, you should develop Shraddha Bhakti to Guru, Shastram, Bhagavan, everything. Another aspect, Bhagavan says in Gita, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam Tatpara samyatendriya. I'll write down sloka number reference. Somebody can put reference. Anybody knows? Shraddhavan labhate jnana. He didn't stop there. See, Acharya and Bhagavan are not different. Please understand. Bhagavan says, you could have told Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. You could have told, no, tadvidhi pranipadana pariprashna upadekshite jnanam. You could have stopped at that. But he says, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tat paraha samyatendriyaha. Samyatendriya means what? Indriya nigraham. Sendriyamanaha. Acharya says, Bhajagovindam, samyatendriyaha. Bhagavan says, Bhagavad Gita. Then only jnanam labdha param shantim achirena adhigacchati. So the structure, see, all these are structured properly. In Vedanta, we say sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is required. Second question, we want more details, please come for the weekend classes. We'll discuss at least because there's no time bar. We can go in detail there. Okay. Okay. Then the second part of question is why Nama Sankirtana is saying something and is saying something. Please understand. In our Shastra, there's something called as Atishayokti. Write down. Atishaya uktihi, Atishayoktihi. That means what? In some places in our Shastras, some aspects are emphasized as being greater than any other thing. In fact, you asked a very simple question actually. The more complex question is, if you go to Vishnu Purana, they will say Vishnu is many, many times greater than Parameshwara. Yes. If you go to all Puranas based on Maheshwara, Maheshwara is the greatest, Vishnu becomes the inferior. If you go to Devi Mahatmyam, where Devi is being praised, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara are actually servants of Devi. Yes or no? You should read Shastras properly. If you don't know, come to people who know Shastras properly. We are studying Bhagavata, Narayana, everything details. I can tell you with a lot of authority. So, when people are not able to sit down, for sitting on and studying like this, don't you need first time? You're only busy working 5 days or 7 days a week. Valley, Silicon Valley, they'll pull you in all directions, all problems. You have to sit down properly, and for studying, mind should be calm, should get a proper guru, proper shastram, systematic thing should happen like this. Interestingly, you should teach. Even teachers should be energized to teach, right? Same thing again and again, right? Then only you can study. All this combination to come is extremely rare. That's why Yamadharmana says in Kathopanishad, to get a good Shishya like you is very rare. To get a great guru like, he doesn't say himself, the Brahma Vidya Acharya is rare. A Shishya who wants Brahma Vidya is very rare. Luckily, we have come together and this Vidya is happening. That's why 1 among crores get this knowledge. It's not something that happens just like that, right? So, Nama Sankirtanam and all those things mentioned for beginners. I can say with authority, so that people are, okay, if I do Nama Sankirtanam, I will go to that level, right? So, at least people are encouraged to let me start. But if you remain at the LKG class, bus miss, I told in the last class, no, bus. See, look at the other shloka. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischala tattvam or nischala chittam, nischala tattve jivan muktihi. So Acharya didn't say satsangam directly jivan muktihi. What did he say? Satsangatve nissangatvam. By satsanga you get detachment, nissangatvam. Nissangatve nirmohatvam. Nirmohatvam is no confusion, clarity of knowledge. Vedanta Shastra, Shravana, Mana, Nidhyasana, emphasize. Nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatvam. You get the clarity, absolute clarity in knowledge. And then only Jivan Muktihi. You understood? So, by emphasizing that, Atishaya Ukti means make it something great. No, it's called, what you call in English? No, keeping it a very high level. Saying it in, very high terms so that people get interested. Esoteric statement is there. Correct? You got the answer?
Yes, Guruji.
Exaggeration. Correct. Kumarji, correct. You got the answer? So,
yes, Guruji. Namaskar, Guruji.
Olga padikano. Aragoria bachan lagazilla. Pudila. Okay. Hariom. Okay. Right. Okay. Who else?
2 more questions.
Right. Okay. Raji will take because Madam is not asking questions. Raji, okay. Please go ahead. Raji. No. Okay. I want to get people who not ask questions. So, Ram, thank you very much. You're doing a great job, man. I'm very happy. So please, let's get people who not ask questions. Raji, madam. Yes, madam. Where are you from? Please tell me where you are from.
Namaskaram. I'm from Bay.
Okay, very good. Tell me, madam. Yeah.
So the question you told about living in present, right? Like most of the time we live in the past, sometimes in the future. So with Bhagavad Gita, knowing like we can live in the present, I'm really like how we can live in present and not worry about past and future.
You have to go through the Gita course. You are trying to preempt. You are trying to win the race before even you start the race. Then you ask, all great athletes from the US, how to win the race without starting.
That will motivate us.
No, you see, I'll give certain glimpse. Okay. The key to everything is jnanam. Please write down. You got a wonderful background. I know that the valley background. You got what was the background? You got your picture. See, the key to ultimate bliss and clarity and being in present is jnanam. I keep saying this sloka again and again. Sukham me sarvada bhuya dukham ma bhut kadachana iti ichhe sarva samanye te jnana deva siddhyataha. Until you get this atma jnanam, brahma jnanam, aham brahmasmi jnanam, you can never be in the present. You will always be either worrying about the past or anxious about the future, never in the present, never enjoying the present. The word present is called gift of God. Present in English means present gift, right? You're not enjoying the present. You are always in the past or future. And so unless you get jnanam and clarity, you will not get this kind of being in present. That's why I keep saying, yes, you do Nama Sankirtanam, you do Bhajana, you do Puja, you do Tirtha Yatra. Unless you sit down and answer these three critical questions. Who am I? What is his world? Who is Bhagavan? Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, triplet. Like, Faraday's law. Faraday's law, when I taught in physics in high school, they said use these three, right? Magnetism, that movement, and electricity. Like that, unless the triplet of questions are answered successfully, properly, without doubt, it becomes your own knowledge. See, I'm not saying I'm Brahmasmi because only Shastras are saying. Shastras will help me know. Finally, Guru will teach you that you own that knowledge. Unless you own it, like I'll give you an example. Suppose fire. If a small child does not know fire, it will go and touch it and then feel the burn, correct? In the hand, correct? But as you grow old, you will be away from fire. You will use some gloves or something, right? How? Because you know that touching fire will injure your hand, correct? Knowledge. And that knowledge works at lightning speed. So when you get this Brahma Jnanam, you work at lightning speed to be in the present. You will not worry about the past or future. Just keep on executing. Does this help you to give a glimpse? It's all knowledge.
Thank you so much. The classes are really very informative.
Okay. Ram. Ariyam. Okay, quickly. Ram Ramakrishnan is having a great job he's doing. I'm sorry, I'm taking your time. Ram Ramakrishnan. Okay, yeah, parallel time irka. Okay. Rama Padmaja, seeker mudichirunga, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. Now, focus properly. I think focus is not correct. No, focus should be done properly. No. Focus. First of all, now right. Okay, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Go ahead. You mute again. You unmute. Okay.
Namaskar, Guruji. Hari Om.
Namaste, Hari Om. Tell me.
Sir, I am just very confused in a state that how to find my Guru. Whatever I'm listening, I'm feeling like I'm blessed to have such a knowledge. But I don't understand who is my Guru and whom to follow, the first thing. And the second thing is, when we have 5 Pandavas, Arjuna, all in these 5 members, why Arjuna only felt like this? I should not fight. Why I should fight? The rest of the people, why they don't feel like any such feelings? Why they don't have any such feelings like Arjuna? The second thing. And see, as you mentioned, sir, I feel sometimes very happy and pleasant and very peaceful. I like to read. I will be very peaceful. Sometimes I will be very disturbed. I don't know how to manage my condition. Means how to keep myself cool and calm and focused. I'm like a small, if a small kid is very distracted, we can say something. You can, if I am like this, if my condition is like this, how I'm going to guide my kids, I'm not able to understand.
Okay. Don't worry.
Sometimes I feel like to cry. Yesterday when I went to Tiruvannamalai and came, there I felt without anything. While doing Giri Pradakshina whole night, I was doing my chanting Arunachala Shiva. But why I am not like that here? He got a lot of energy, I can feel that. But why I am not like this at home? Without anything. Even though some songs are there, somebody is talking, somebody is doing some, I'm not getting distracted. There I was very pleasant. All 8 hours I was very pleasant.
Very good, very good. Where are you living, madam? Where are you living?
In Bangalore only, sir.
Very good,
Here.
very good. Okay, quickly, because we don't have much time. Please, the first thing is, who is your guru? You have to trust somebody who is giving you knowledge. And importantly, our Shastras say, learn from a live guru. The guru who is not bodily present cannot teach you the ultimate knowledge, because you have to ask questions and get the answers. It's called dialogue with the guru. Unless you clear your mind of confusion by asking like questions. Okay? People say, some guru came in my dream and solved the problem. This person who is now as a murti in front of me is my guru. It will not happen. Shastras are very clear that you have got a lot of reverence. I can have reverence for any guru who is no more bodily present. They are supposed to be present in the other layer as Atma Tattvam. But reverence and bhakti is different. Getting knowledge is only from a live guru. So if you find somebody who can teach systematically Vedanta Shastras of Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutram, traditionally, who has also learned traditionally, the first requirement for a guru is to be a good shishya. Check with some of those people. Have they been with a guru for n number of decades? Have they learned it properly? Have they had the experience of the ultimate knowledge? Those are the people who can become gurus. And your inner feeling will say, this is the live guru who can teach me and take me on the path of knowledge, the ultimate. Then accept the person as a guru and start the journey. So, answer to your first question. Okay? You can keep on doing guru shopping till you die, but then you'll do only guru shopping and never get the knowledge. Accept somebody as a guru and start on that path, and then you'll soon meet the ultimate goal. Second question is, what is the second question? Why I'm going Giri Padashram, happy, not happy? What's the second question?
Second, I'm very distracted.
Distracted. The answer for both second and third question is very simple. Until we get the jnanam, see, for example, the distraction happens because the state of mind, and please don't worry, you are among the 99.9% majority in the world. So you got a lot of company. Be happy. Don't think that only you have, or only each of the, I only have this problem. I only feel like crying. No. Everybody has got the problem. You'll be very surprised. When they won't say I'm unhappy. I'm happy or happy, they'll say. But the fact of the matter is, everybody has got. I told in the last class, no, please, I'll open a new temple. Undi, I'll put only problems. You put no money. You see, after open the undi and see, huge list will come with no n number of problems and things. So everybody has this problem. Bhagavan says later in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. So the world has got all these miseries. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. You know, Janma means birth. Mrityu means death. No, Jara means old age. Dukkha means sorrow. Is there. Most prevalent because we don't have clarity. No. So unless you go to a guru and get the knowledge. Now what happens? If you go into Arunachala, you go to Tirunamalai and that place and all those things, you feel very happy. But only it's incidental. It's a trance. It's a hallucination. You should be perfectly happy even in a desert. Let me tell you, throw me in a desert, I'll be happy. So nothing available, no water, no air, nothing. Even then, in spite of any problem around, can you be blissful and happy? That is knowledge. That is your own. It is not subject to conditions. Your conditions around you are making you happy. It is not your own knowledge. As I told the previous questioner, your knowledge says if you touch fire, you will get, it's not somebody saying, no. It's not an environment creating heat for the hand. You know your knowledge. If you touch fire, you will get heat, right? You will get burned. Similarly, unless you get this knowledge, and it doesn't happen overnight, please understand, Rome was not built in a day. You have, if this is the goal of life, you have to spend quality time for this. Other activities you do, take care of family, children, everything. But weekends or classes are available, Brahma Vidya classes, we can come and attend those lessons systematically. It's a long journey. I have spent more than 35 years to sit here and talk like this. You have to also spend the time, you will get that finally. But that desire should be there. Okay, yeah. Rama madam,
thank you so much.
Possibilities. So Bhagavan's grace is there, Guru will be there, Shastra is there to guide you. Without these three, you cannot get it. Yaro edo sonnanga, nadakade. This is the only way, systematic way, surefire way to get your No, ultimate. Okay, clear? Every day. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. What else? What else? Done? Done for the day? Everybody done? Ram?
One more question.
Seema madam. Pune. Boliye, madam. Unmute, unmute, unmute. Unmute, unmute yourself. Unmute. You should unmute yourself.
Sir, I have just listened to Bhagavad Gita. I'm very new to all these things.
Okay.
Sanskrit, I don't know at all.
No problem.
कुछ भी नहीं आता संस्कृत.
कुछ नहीं चाहिए. संस्कृत knowledge नहीं चाहिए. Okay.
But I just love listening you. So
okay.
I deliberately 7:30 Thursdays I will sit and listen to you.
Okay.
But for me it is little higher level.
Okay.
So shall I continue listening?
Definitely. No, see, nothing is difficult. Slowly you start understanding. See, if you listen 100 words, 10 words you will understand.
Yeah,
those 10 words will create, see in our Shastras, they say it's called samskaram. Samskaram means they create some kind of punya karma in your mind. That will make your mind more knowledgeable, more intelligent. It's like an exponential path. So, boond boond manta hai sagar, right? You know Hindi, right? So,
yes, Hindi
इस तरफ में धीरे धीरे सुनना बंद मत करना. ठीक है? समझ में आया कि नहीं समझ आया वो बात अलग है. And please let me tell you that you are not in minority, you are the majority. 99.99% don't understand Vedanta. Okay, my Swamiji, another Swamiji used to say, great Mahan used to say, they come and shake their head during Vedanta classes, but nobody understands. I also know that. But we keep saying because somewhere you have to start, right? कहीं तो शुरू करना है ना. कब तक ऐसा ही चलेंगे, ऐसा ही दौड़ते रहेंगे, कब तक, right?
बरोबर.
इसलिए आप एक 1 hour a week, not difficult, right?
नहीं मैं
Guruvar is meant for Guru. Krishna Paramatma.
But for me it's all new, like.
Okay.
Sanskrit is new to me.
Sanskrit is not very important. I'm giving English meanings, right?
Yeah, you are giving English meaning. That's why I like to listen to you.
English meaning is given, overall meaning is given, word by word meaning is given, everything is given.
The shlokas, when you all say the shlokas, I don't know any shloka.
Don't worry. Slowly it will come. If you are dedicated to Bhagavad Gita for next 3 years, then shlokas will come automatically. Your Vagdevi will come. It will come. Sure. That is the greatness of Bhagavan. Trust Bhagavan. That is magic. Okay? Yes. Bhagavan will create all the environment. Knowledge you have to get. If that was so easy, Bhagavan could have touched Arjuna and said, here you become knowledgeable. He didn't do that. He gave the teaching. Please understand. Knowledge is something you have to work for. Bhagavan will give the environment. So when we say Bhagavan's magic is creating environment, creating Shraddha Bhakti in you, creating thought that this is very important for me in life. That is Bhagavan's grace. Greatest grace. Then Guru will take you. Clear? Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All the best. Take care. Ram. Okay. We are done? Okay. We'll stop here and then we'll close the day. Correct? Thanks for all the questions. Atmanathan, come to Brahma Vidya class and ask questions. Weekend la enna pandringa? Come to the Brahma Vidya class and ask questions. There are 4 classes. In detail, you can ask questions. Last, Bhuvaneshwari madam wants to ask question. Kudukalama Ram? Kuduthalama chance? Okay. Camera on panno. If you don't on camera, I won't. Okay. Please go ahead. Okay.
Sir, when are these Brahma Vidya classes conducted?
Okay. The 4 classes are being done during weekends. Saturday, Sunday morning, 8 AM Indian Standard Time.
8 AM.
Then Saturday evening, 7:30 PM.
Saturday, 7:30 PM.
And Sunday, 4 PM.
4 PM.
All are Indian Standard Time. You convert in whichever location you are. Yes, and all, if you want to be part of that group, please put your WhatsApp number in this group. I will pick it up from there. You put your name and say, I'm interested to attend. I'll pick it up and make sure my coordinators will pick it up and put you in the class. Okay?
Thank you so much. Yes.
What is your name, please? What is your name?
Seema Lala.
Please. Okay, put your name. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Bhuvaneshwari, madam, please tell.
Namaskaram, sir.
Hari Om.
இப்போ வந்து நிறைய இதெல்லாம் படிக்கும் போது they say, மகாயோகி, தெய்வம், சித்தர்கள், குரு, ஆச்சாரி, நிறைய பேர் நிறைய சொல்றா. And இப்ப வந்து மகாபெரிவாட்டெல்லாம் கேட்டோம்னாலே தெரியாது, ரொம்ப பெரிய பரமேஸ்வரர். We are able to understand that much. இப்போ வந்து பகவத்கீதையை நம்ம படிச்சோம்னா அது நம்மளுக்கு வந்து லௌகிகத்துக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்றதுக்கா இல்ல ஞானங்கிற பாதையில போறதுக்கு செட் ஆகிறதுக்கா?
Beautiful, wonderful question. I'm very happy you asked the question. English answer பண்ணலாமா? For benefit of everybody, can answer in English because many people may not know Tamil. Okay. The question is, does Bhagavad Gita help both for the worldly affairs as well as spiritual path? The beauty of Bhagavad Gita is it will help you both. It will help you to become the greatest performer in the world. Bhagavan will later say in Karma Yoga, Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Once you know this Bhagavad Gita teaching of Karma Yoga, later Jnana Yoga, karmasu kaushalam, you will be the most greatest expert in any action you are doing. Any action, right from sweeping the floor to cooking to attending board meeting, doing board presentation. You will be very surprised. For more than 30 years, I have worked in 15 countries all over the globe. And I always studied Vedanta every day for all these years. And I have also worked in senior management position. You will be the most extremely efficient person in whatever you do. I can assure you from my experience. It's not bookish. So in the worldly life, you will have a lot of clarity. You will know you'll be excellent in everything you do. Then the spiritual aspect, because Punya Karma, you will know the ultimate truth also. So no Shastram like Gita Shastram. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam. That is enough to take you to the ultimate. And what? You know the old Tamil song, right? Manidan enbavan deivamagalam. Right? That is possible through Bhagavad Gita. It is possible. But you have to be patient. You have to now start thinking differently. Problem is, all of us have been ossified and brainwashed by only one way of life, right? Do some bhakti and all. Unless sit down and study Shastram and get the knowledge. See, you are ready to sit down and study for engineering, for medicine, for physics, for doctorate. People grow beard and study for 10 years to do some research. This is the exam of life. For exam of life, you don't want to study. You can just do something and then go away. Is it? To pass one exam, you are studying. Pass one degree, you are studying. Exam of life, bhai, you have to study. Without studying, it won't happen. Understand? To study. Mahaparivas has given so many lectures about Gita, about Upanishads, why you have to study, starts with Vedas. Everything you study even Devatin Kural. Repeatedly, Parivas, you have to study. Without studying, you don't have. Bhakti is required. Bhakti combined study. Okay? Clear? Okay, we are done. So, with this, we'll close this class. Anything else?
Just for everyone who wanted to register for other Brahma Vidya classes, I have put the link in the chat. Please use the link. The form is there. Please register yourself, and our coordinators will pick up your name, and you will be added to those specific groups.
Okay. So please pick up. So go to the chat box. We'll have the chat live for another 10 minutes. There'll be one link which says these are the classes being conducted. If you click that link and open, it'll give all the details. All you need is enter your name, we work on WhatsApp, so mobile number, and then your email ID for other communication. A lot of text we give, a lot of information we give. Come and sit down. My guru used to say, open the book in the class, close the book in the class. That's enough. Open the book, close the book, and come back again next class, open the book, close the book. You will get the knowledge. But journey is long. It is a time-tested process. We have to be in the process. In Radha Sagar, correct? Our good friend is attending all the classes. Are you benefiting from those classes? Radha Sagar, right? Okay, so
Ram Guruji, நீங்க வந்து உங்களோட உபனிஷதோட மீனிங் நீங்க கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்க. நீங்க அப்படி உபனிஷதோட இல்ல நீங்க
so people who are new to Upanishad, I'll tell you the word Upanishad. Acharya wonderfully says in his Bhashyam, Upa means near. You know, Upasana means what? You sit near Bhagavan. Asana means seat. Upasana means sitting on a seat where near Bhagavan. Upavasam means what? You are sitting near some place. What? Upavasam doesn't mean only being empty stomach. Upavasam means closer to God. You cannot not eat and then sleep. You have to be doing Nama Sankirtana, whatever you do, that's Upavasam, right? Upa means near. Ni means Upanishad. See, Upanishad got three kinds. Somebody put in the chat, Upanishad. Upanishad. So, Upa means near. What near? You have to go to a guru, near a guru. Ni stands for Nischaya Jnanam. I keep repeating again and again until you get this Nischaya Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam. Doubtless knowledge. Vidyate hridaya grantihi chidhyante sarva samshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. All your problems should be completely solved. All that's a Nischaya Jnanam. Then Shad. Shad means complete removal of sorrow, complete removal of any worries, getting rid of all your problems. So what is the process? You desire for liberation, you desire for getting freedom, you desire for becoming eternally happy. Go to a guru, Upa. Sit down, study the Vedanta Shastra with the guru. Get Nischaya Jnanam, absolute knowledge, clarity of thought, clarity of knowledge. 3 questions. Who am I? What is the world? Who is Bhagavan? Those 3 question answers enough for you. All answers you'll get there. And Shad. So, Shadilra, Visharana, Avasadana. The beautiful grammar is there for that. All that will explain if you come. That means complete cessation of all sorrows. So, if you understand Upanishads properly, Shruti Vakyam, you know what is Atmanathan? Inna? Unga dictionary la worryindra word mayamadum. Worry irukkum munnadi. It will be there. But when you study Upanishads, by magic the worry word will vanish. Okay, that is Upanishad. That is called only by study, not by dancing, other things. It's not going to happen. You have to go through this path only one way. There's only one way for at least that is Jnanam. Other ways are all only supporting. Okay, clear, no? Okay, Hiralal Jade is asking, I don't know, Ram Ramakrishna is pavam, rumba late of it. He's coordinating. Okay, we'll give him chance. I stopped. Ram is going to take the call. Ram will take the call. I'm not going to take the call. He's going to decide who is being there because he has to coordinate, no? Hiralal Jade, camera on karna padega ji, varna question nahi lenge hum. Okay, next class you want to put camera on, come. She's not there. Okay, I think she put the hand on. We'll stop here. Okay. Om Shah. Clear? No, Lakshmi, how do you write this in Sanskrit? Okay. Upanishad. You want to write? Somebody wants to write Upanishad. Very simple. No, you write in English itself. No, Upanishad. What is the big problem? You can write. Okay. What, Manikavali madam? Everything fine? Huh? Okay. Good. Are these classes useful? Are you getting the right direction? What to do in life? Huh? So we'll close here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Tat Sat Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta San Mangalani Muktayata. By the way, we didn't do a survey. In next class we'll do the survey. Whether to do the class, for people in East Coast, from March 14th the clock moves 1 hour forward, right? We need to see whether you will attend the classes. That we'll do next class. Okay. Ram Ram. We'll see next class. Hari Om.